Hi, I'm, betting you remember me, but then again, we all live at the center of our own universe, so... In case you've forgotten, my name is Bruce Cassidy. You apprehended me 8 years ago. I was accused of a series of rapes and murders. Is it coming back now? And boy, whew, what a circus that was. You know, I was really wishing that you would come to my trial. I had a sense that you had some doubts, but maybe I was fooling myself. I mean, you just brought me back alive, and you were just doing your job, right? Anyway, as you can see, I lost. Guilty as charged. It has been an interesting 8 years. But don't worry, though. It all hasn't been negative. It has given me some time for reflection, meditation. And that's why I'm contacting you, Bobby. I'm going to die a week from today. My execution is set. My time is up. And what I wanted to say to you, Bobby, is... I forgive you. I truly forgive you, Bobby. You had no idea that I was innocent. So when you read about my death in the papers a week from tomorrow, I do not want you to feel any guilt, any remorse. My conscience is clear. I am at peace with my God. And I forgive you, Bobby. My conscience is clear. I am at peace with my God. And I forgive you, Bobby.
He was a cop and good at his job, but he committed the ultimate sin and testified against other cops gone bad. Cops that tried to kill him, but got the woman he loved instead. Framed for murder, now he prowls the Badlands, an outlaw hunting outlaws, a bounty hunter, a renegade.
Over here, Einstein. Well, it's about time. I thought the cops were gonna beat you here.
I got tied up. Sandy, you take care of this.
I can live with that.
Maybe not.
Bobby, this is Wes Crowder. It's 20 grand on the hoof.
Listen, something has come up. I've got to go out of town.
Wait a second. You said 20 grand, you didn't hear me. You okay?
It's okay, Reno. I can handle it.
Yeah, I just pulled an Uzi off this guy. I don't want him in the car with her.
All right, I'll take care of it. Don't move. Stay right there. All right. They'll run alongside. Can you handle that? You okay?
Yeah.
Can I have a minute with you, please? I don't know what's going on, but I've never seen you pass up collecting a check before.
First time for everything.
Where are you going?
Listen, you go off on these mysterious jaunts yourself. No questions asked.
You always tell me not to.
Now the shoe's on the other foot. I'll be back in a week.
Office on auto redial. Do they deal with my speedy trial question on Cassidy?
Excuse me. I don't want to insult you by asking you if you are too busy, but you may not remember me. My name is Bobby.
Six killer, bounty hunter. You busted Bruce Cassidy.
Very good memory. That was 8 years ago.
You're here a week early for the execution.
Not exactly.
Is there a pre-injection party I don't know about, or are you here to scalp tickets?
Please don't be cynical in this whole. But I was contacted by Mr. Cassidy. He claimed that he was innocent.
He's been claiming that since the day you brought him in.
Well, I felt compelled to come by.
And what? Check out his story? It's a little late for that.
Look, I was just the arresting agent. Excuse me, but I wasn't even called about the trial.
Well, it's a good thing, too. As I recall, it might have interfered with your busy schedule of interviews and talk shows.
Okay, I admit, I was young. I was ambitious.
Now you're middle-aged and guilt-stricken? Or maybe you sense another photo op.
Don't you get it? I'm here offering you my services.
And don't you get it? It's too late. So if you want my help or sympathy or encouragement, you can go pound sand. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have clients who need me.
What are you doing here?
Backing up my partner and catching some rays, you know.
You followed me.
No, I didn't follow you. I was going this way.
Don't I have any rights? Don't I have any privacy?
Bobby.
You know, go home.
Look, I don't understand something. You know everything there is to know about me, and I thought I knew just as much about you. Now, what did you do that's so terrible that you can't tell me?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's my problem.
Did you find him?
Well, I never lost him. He still won't talk to me.
Where are you?
Santa Linda. He pulled up here, went right in the courthouse.
Santa Linda? Santa Linda.
What are you doing?
File check. Have we ever done business there?
Not as long as I've been with him. It must have been before '92.
Okay, one hit. Rape, murder, $100,000, 1988.
88? That must have been one of his first cases.
Wait a minute. I know this face. Oh my God. It's Bruce Cassidy.
Bruce Cassidy? The same guy that's getting executed this week?
I don't suppose there's two of them.
I have no regrets about seeing capital punishment return to California. On the contrary, I welcome it. And if you check the record, you will find that my office has been single-handedly responsible for making sure that Bruce Cassidy's execution does not sink into the usual morass of loopholes and technicalities.
Do you expect a last-minute intervention by the governor?
You'll have to ask me in about an hour. I have a phone conference with him right now. Thank you.
Blue Wolf, one quick question.
Mr. Wolf?
Can't, no more, sorry.
I'm not a reporter. My name is Bobby Six Killer. I arrested Bruce Cassidy.
The bounty hunter. Yeah, I remember.
That's correct. Listen, I just have a small question. There were other rapes in Santa Linda around that time that were attributed to Bruce Cassidy, but weren't solved. Please, Mr. Wolf.
The evidence against Cassidy was overwhelming. He was convicted of 6 counts of rape and 5 counts of murder. Now, it wasn't my job to pin every atrocity in the state on him, just enough to remove him from society.
So those cases are still open?
I'm a lawyer, not a cop. I moved on. I suggest you do too.
Well, wait, one last thing. You were a small-town prosecutor when you first met Bruce Cassidy. And now, a deputy attorney general. You rode here on that man's back. Don't you think you owe it to him to make sure that nothing's been overlooked?
No.
Well, I think you do. I think we both do.
Well, you know what they say about opinions, Mr. Six Killer.
Will you at least authorize me to examine the police files on those copycat cases?
I'm keeping the governor waiting.
I've got to get you some medical benefits.
Why?
Because your hearing's gone bad.
Bruce Cassidy.
How'd you find out?
Come on, man. I learned from the best, remember?
Come on, let's go for a walk. It was 1988. I'd just left Las Vegas, getting ready to set up my shop. The ink on my business cards wasn't even dry yet.
And along comes a 6-figure bounty.
Yeah, but it wasn't the money. It was the heat. Santa Linda was in an uproar. Women packing guns, people scared out of the woods. Gotta remember those 5 women dead, and I was ready to rock and roll.
You wanted to make a name for yourself.
So the cops, they pinned it on Cassidy, and I brought him in. I was damn good, too. Every skip tracer in the country was here, and I was the one who dug them out.
So what's the problem?
I was so bent on busting this guy, Reno, that I never listened to anything he was saying.
Oh, what, he proclaimed his innocence? Well, that's not the first time.
First one of mine, and the first one to die. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I was just never sure about this case.
Okay.
You know, you kind of owe him too, Reno.
What?
It was my doubts about him. It was part of the reason why I never turned you over to Dutch Dixon. Look, if a guy winds up doing life and you find that you were wrong, you can bring new evidence to light.
But if he's dead, there's no going back.
Exactly. Just gotta be sure, brother. You just gotta know the truth.
All right, then. We've got 5 days, old buddy.
I didn't expect an in-person visit.
That's okay. I didn't know I would be coming here either. How are you?
Wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Look at you. And isn't this ironic? I mean, here I'm doing fine, and you're the one who's suffering.
Are you innocent?
Yes.
They had you, Bruce. They had evidence, witnesses.
Well, they were wrong, Bobby. It happens.
And you can prove that.
Oh, come on, Bobby. Jeez, the real guy kept going even after I was in jail.
Yes, I'm trying my best to have those case files open for me.
I wish you luck.
I don't need any luck. I need a place to start. I've already gone to see Jessica Holt, Zachary Wolf.
Wolf, yeah, like he's gonna help. You know, I am his claim to fame. I made him.
I'm open to further suggestions.
One rape was committed while I was in jail, another during my trial. I mean, Zachary Wolf just swept them under the rug. Called them copycats.
Time's up, Mr. Six Killer.
Jessica, it's okay. Bobby's it's a friend.
We need to talk. Alone.
I believe we're a little bit past the point of embarrassment.
All right, I've just come from the governor's office. He's refused to intervene. It's over, Bruce. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What happened?
Cassidy's appeal has been rejected. I was there when the attorney brought in the news.
Well, Sandy's been doing her homework. She's uncovered some pretty weird stuff.
Only one of the victims survived the first set of rapes.
If you can call it surviving. She played dead and Cassidy left her.
Allegedly left her.
Right. Well, somebody left her for dead and she hasn't fully recovered. She's in a lockdown ward in Camarillo. She claims that Cassidy, or the rapist, talked to her in different voices.
Anything else?
Well, then there were the 2 later rapes done with the same MO. One of those victims died. The other is still around.
But there's a problem. You see, she swears that Bruce Cassidy raped her.
Which is impossible. He was locked up.
But I'm gonna go talk to her anyway.
Doesn't seem like there's anything left for me to do.
Actually, I need the police files on those copycat rapes so I can look for details.
It's gonna be tough. The local cops are not cooperating, and you can forget about Zachary Wolf.
What about Cassidy's lawyer?
She is not a fan of mine.
Well, make her one. Turn on that 6-killer charm.
Win her over with your desperate quest.
I'm gonna see if she'll take a bribe.
Check your case files. Mississippi versus Renfro, the Supreme. I'm gonna call you back.
I won't take up too much of your time.
No, you won't. You won't take up
Why don't you
any
drop the
of my
rock for
time.
10 seconds and speak to me?
Please show Mr. Six-Killer the door.
Not if you ever want to have children. Now sit. Sit! During the trial, you were given some police files on the copycat rapes. Is that correct?
Yeah, after 2 weeks of kicking and screaming, a fat lot of good they did me.
Why did you introduce them into evidence?
Why, and let Zachary Wolf make me look like an idiot? A victim who swears that Cassidy raped her while he was in jail?
I want to see them.
Why? What good is it gonna do you?
Is it that you don't understand that I'm here to help you? Or is it that you're too damn proud to accept help once it's offered?
If I give you the files, will you please get out of my life?
Till I need you again? Yes.
Temple?
Do I know you?
My name's Vince Black. I work for the man who arrested Bruce Cassidy.
And I don't want to talk to you.
I can understand that.
You can you?
No, of course not.
Well, at least you're honest. Come on in. Did you know that Mr. Cassidy gave me this chair?
You mean he put you in that chair?
Well, that too. Last May, this arrived on my doorstep with a note that said that he forgave me for accusing him falsely.
Can we talk about that, Miss Temple?
What about what?
You said that he's the man who attacked you, and I believe you.
No, you don't. Nobody does. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. I mean, how could he have raped me when he was in jail?
I really want to understand how that happened.
I remember the feel of him. I remember the threads in his jacket. I remember the smell of him. That's how I knew he was in my room, waiting for me. I could smell the blood.
Blood?
And I remember his face. And I know he was in jail, and I know it was dark, but I'd swear to it in court that it was him. He was 6 inches away from me. Bruce Cassidy raped me in my own house, in my own room. Isn't that supposed to be a place where someone feels safe?
Mrs. Cassidy? My name is Sandy. I'm here from...
Wait!
I'm trying to stop your son's execution. So Bruce was living with you here in 1988, wasn't he?
Yes. It was wonderful. Now the place is going to ruin. Sometimes I call Brucey to fix something. And I realized he's not here.
So you knew when he came and went and where he spent his time?
Oh, you know boys who can keep track of them. But I told that lawyer of his I'd go on the stand and say anything she wanted. She told me that wouldn't be necessary. I guess she was wrong.
So you don't remember where he was the nights of the crimes?
Oh, he was right here. At home, with me.
What's this one?
Oh, that was taken during a vacation. Bruce went away for a while.
He doesn't look very happy.
I was ill at the time. He missed his mother, I'm sure. Oh, I don't even know why I keep that one. When there's so many sunnier times to look back on.
Hey, I hope you did a lot better than I did.
Strike out on the police reports?
No, I got the police reports are right here. That's the good news.
What's the bad news?
Bad news is, take a look at this.
2 rapes? 2 pages, that's all?
That's it.
I've got another one for you. I met Bruce Cassidy's mother today. It turns out she was a rape victim herself.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Little Bruce was just 7. She was a waitress. A couple of truckers followed her home. It happened right in front of the boy. Bruce was sent to a state home until she could get her head back together. It took 2 years.
Hey, somebody's holding out on you.
What do you mean?
There's a staple hole in this report.
So?
Page 1 of a 2-page report. Where's the other one?
Man, you're getting paranoid.
I'm not getting paranoid. He used to be a cop, remember? There's no field interviews.
Let me take a look at that. Well, the reporting officer's name is Gerald Fielding.
There's another page of this report out there somewhere.
Maybe Fielding's got a copy.
I doubt that. But he may remember the case. I think we should find him.
You go and find him. I'm gonna go visit somebody who has a lot of explaining to do.
Jerry Fielding?
Who wants to know?
I'm Vince Black, a bounty hunter. I work for the man who brought in Bruce Cassidy.
The Indian? I heard he was back kicking over rocks.
Actually, we're trying new angles.
Not interested. I put that whole business behind me long ago.
Really? Good cop like yourself?
Ex-cop. I retired in '92.
Were you satisfied with the city's efforts in solving those other rapes, the ones that happened after Cassidy was arrested?
How could I be? We never caught the guy.
Can I show you a police report?
Where's the rest of the paper?
I was hoping you could tell me. There's more, isn't there?
Hell yes, these were rapes, for God's sakes. There was lab work, evidence kits, there was a whole raft of stuff.
Maybe it got buried because nobody wanted to jeopardize the Cassidy case. You've never felt right about this, have you? Some other guy getting a free pass? It's just not right.
What drove me nuts was the identifier. On cases like this, there's usually one clue you keep for the public.
To weed out phony confessors. I'm aware of that. I used to be a cop myself.
Well, then you know it's usually the scariest detail, the one you don't want getting out. In this case, it was the blood.
Victim's blood?
Nope, animal blood.
Animal blood?
You heard me. All around the crime scene. Mammal, but not human.
Was it a ritual type of thing?
No, not enough for that. Just traces, but very definite.
But Cassidy was already in jail.
Right.
So if this was a new series of serial murders, there was no serial pattern yet. Why use an Are you saying there was animal blood at Cassidy's crime scenes too? Thank you, sir.
For what? I didn't give you a thing. Anyone asks you, tell them.
We've got to talk.
I'm late for an appointment.
You withheld evidence in the Cassidy trial.
What are you talking about?
Animal blood. at the rape scenes. The identifier clue.
I didn't want to cause a panic.
Bull. You wouldn't miss grabbing headlines like that. You knew that evidence would open the floodgates of the copycat crimes. You played it safe. You made sure his attorney never got full police reports.
My case was ironclad. I didn't need the blood to hang that monster.
Did you ever tie that blood to Cassidy? His shoes, his clothes?
Can I see your license, Mr. Six Killer? Very nice. I suggest you frame it. It's going to be the last one you're ever issued.
We've got him.
What you've got is a senile cop who won't go on record.
He practically admitted faking the
Well,
case.
practically doesn't count, and threatening your license is not an admission of prosecutorial misconduct, which we could never, ever prove.
Don't you get it? If a judge would hear
And that's the
this,
problem. A judge never will hear this.
they would if you would tell them.
Why? Because it casts a reasonable doubt on Cassidy's guilt.
Yes, damn right.
Wake up. That phase of the trial ended 8 years ago. Guilt and innocence no longer matter.
What do you mean it no longer matters?
Once guilt is found and the appeals are exhausted, that's it. No more new evidence.
Well, that's ridiculous.
I agree, but it's the law. Since 1900, at least 23 people have been executed in the United States who were subsequently proven to be innocent.
You mean to tell me even if I could help prove Cassidy innocent, it wouldn't matter?
Since the first day you came in here. The only thing that could help Bruce now is a quirk, a fluke, a procedural technicality.
Then why am I doing all of this?
For yourself. To soothe your own conscience, but I'm afraid it's also too late for that. Bobby, an innocent man is going to die. And you started the ball rolling, and you have to live with that.
I can't believe you're just gonna roll over and walk away.
What do you expect me to do, huh?
I don't believe it.
You may not believe in gravity. It doesn't mean you can fly.
Come on. You're Bobby Six Killer and this is America.
Yeah. Land of the free.
Home of the media. Maybe the law can't save Cassidy. But if I were to walk onto the front steps of the Times and confess to all of Cassidy's crimes...
Bad idea, pal.
Well, I'm not talking about me. If we stage a big media event with the real killer, don't you think the governor will grant Cassidy a stay till it sorts itself out?
We only have one problem. We do not have the true killer.
Correction, there's 2 problems. I just checked your message machine.
Go ahead, spit it out, girl.
You're out of business. They just suspended your license.
Oh, man, Zachary Wolf.
The Attorney General? You don't mess around.
We're dead.
The hell we are. We don't need a license to do this job because nobody's paying us. We're just trying to find out the truth. The last time I heard, you don't need a license to do that.
You know something, pal? Every once in a while, I remember why I keep you around. Okay, you want the good news or the bad news?
I don't like it when you do that.
Do what?
The good news, bad news thing, okay?
Well, I'll just go ahead and give you the news, and you can tell me if it's good or bad. I say animal blood, and the chamber comes through with a list of every place in town that handles meat.
That would be good news.
That's the bad news. Slaughterhouses, butcher shops, grocery stores, veterinarians.
Well, what's the good news?
I thought you said you don't like playing this game.
Will you cut it out?
All right, the good news is everything on this is also on this.
Which is good news because...
Because Sandy can cross-reference this with the city's list of known sex offenders, arrests, and complaints.
Which she will cleverly hack into.
In a matter of minutes.
What are we waiting for?
I'm sorry to bother you again, Mrs. Cassidy, but time is running out on your son.
Oh, nonsense. It won't actually hurt Bruce.
I'm gonna do more than just hurt him, unless you can help me.
Bruce is a good boy. The apple of his mother's eye.
I believe you, Mrs. Cassidy, but you have to be honest with me. You told me this picture was taken while Bruce was on vacation. Now, that wasn't quite true, was it?
Vacation, yes. In the mountains.
You were raped, Mrs. Cassidy. And it took you a long time to get over it, didn't it? So Bruce went away for a while so you could rest.
sorry. It's been so long, you'd think I wouldn't feel ashamed anymore.
You were a victim. It happened to you. Just like being robbed or mugged. Are there any other secrets that you're ashamed of? Secrets maybe about Bruce? You have every right to keep them to yourself, but not if it's something that can save your son's life. Something like maybe where he was the night of those crimes.
No, there's nothing. Bruce is a good boy, the apple of his mother's eye. I love my boys.
Boys?
Mama loves her boys.
Bruce is an only child.
Miss Salter, we're reopening a felony case, and we need to question an ex-employee of yours named Floyd Johnston.
I'm sorry. Can't help you. He doesn't work here anymore.
Well, when did he quit?
I didn't say he quit, but if I left, I wouldn't want my boss giving out my address
Miss Salter, have you lived here long?
all my life.
Then you remember the Bruce Cassidy rapes.
Are you kidding? You don't forget something like that.
Well, somebody did forget crimes like that. 2 women were raped in Santa Linda, while Bruce Cassidy had the whole town looking the other way. Those women never got any justice, and that's what we're trying to fix.
That was, what, 8 years ago? How can you possibly catch someone after all this time?
Well, we can, unless you help us. Now, you said that he didn't quit. Was he fired or laid off?
Fired, actually. I remember because we had a big blowout with the state. We had to go to court over his unemployment benefits.
Look at this.
What?
The address, 911 Oak Street.
Oh, my God, Sandy, thank you. You have reached the offices of Robert Sixkiller, bounty hunter extraordinaire. Leave a message at the tone.
Robert, it's Sandy. When you get this message, please call me. I think I could be onto something that is really good.
What are you doing? Be careful!
Oh my God, you're...
Bruce Cassidy. I love a little spunk. I gotta go.
Gotcha. Oh, thank God.
Lost him. Hopped the back fence. Took off like he knew the neighborhood.
Did you get a good look at him?
If I didn't know better, I would have sworn that was Bruce Cassidy.
It's all starting to make sense now. That woman I met. The one that swore she was raped by Bruce Cassidy.
Remind me to call her. Suddenly we have a lot in common.
Sarah, Bruce has a brother, doesn't he?
Of course not. Bruce is an only child.
No, that's not true. You were raped, and that rape produced a child, didn't it?
I love my boys. They're good boys.
Bruce has a brother that looks a lot like him. The right light, the right circumstances. Which ones are Floyd Johnson?
Don't you call him that. That isn't his name.
What's his name?
John. Johnny. Johnny Cassidy. He got that other name from those foster people. About the only thing they ever gave him.
You had to give him away, didn't you?
I couldn't keep him. I could barely keep me and Bruce. And every time I looked at Johnny.
When did Johnny come back into your life?
Good boys.
Sarah.
1984. Bruce brought him home from work one day. Johnny looked Bruce up, searching for his real kin. It was wonderful, like they'd never been apart. They liked all the same things, all the same girls.
Where does he live, Sarah? Does he still stay here?
Oh, no, not since Bruce left.
Then where does he stay?
I don't know. He gets mail sometimes. I just send it on.
Where do you send it?
To the post office. He keeps a mailbox down in Ventura.
Sandy, it's gotta matter. We're so close.
Not unless you get Floyd or Johnny, whatever his name is, to come in here and confess.
Jessica, Bruce never told you any of this?
Never, I swear it.
You sure he's willing to die to save this brother of his?
I'd love to ask him.
But I can't get to him. He's cut me off.
Wait, what are you talking about? You're his lawyer.
He's in death watch now. It's his last 24 hours on Earth. He gets to pick his visitors, and I'm not on the list.
Who is?
Just his chaplain and...
Mr. Six Killer.
Sounds like I better get down there.
Not so fast.
Do you remember our moves in the DeNova case?
Like it was yesterday.
Hey! Shut up! Back off!
Not a chance. You're under arrest. Floyd, don't be stupid.
Me stupid? I'm the one with the hostage. Now back!
Sorry to do that. I had to lock your door.
You're a real smartass, aren't you? Now drop it!
Can't do that. They taught us at Crime Stopper School that you'd probably just kill us anyway.
I said drop it!
Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Hurry up!
By the way, there's a man hurtling down upon you at about 50 miles an hour on a Harley Davidson.
Shut the hell up!
Don't say I didn't warn you. You just didn't do 2 rapes. You did all 8, didn't you?
I don't know what you mean.
You know what I mean. And you're gonna let your brother die for you?
Hey! Get him off me!
You better tell me the truth, pal. Or I swear I'll waste you right here.
He's guilty, all right, Bobby.
He's right. I am. I'm guilty.
But so was his brother Bruce.
Listen to him. He's telling the truth.
Remember the woman who swore the rapist had 2 voices? And that case up in LA, the Hillside Strangler case, 2 guys, cousins? Well, Floyd here and his brother Bruce did the first couple of rapes together. Then when you popped Bruce, Floyd kept going.
I just want to know why.
Why? What?
Why you used me. Did you want your brother to get caught?
Very good, Bobby. Oh, you did it.
Yeah, I did it. Now answer the question.
In my position, there really is no downside. A, you go after Floyd. He kills you. I win. I take you down with me. B, you go after Floyd, you catch him, which maybe buys me a few months while everybody sorts through the confusion. I win again.
You forgot C.
Which is?
That there is no confusion. Floyd gets his own trial. You're still dead. You lose.
You see, I hate to correct you, but I win again. My sentence sets a precedent for his, so once all his appeals are finally up, me and Floyd hook up together again. Scamming chicks in hell. Pooh, pooh. Guard! Get me away from this creep.
Penitentiary where just hours ago, convicted serial rapist and murderer Bruce Cassidy was executed by lethal injection. The event was witnessed by law enforcement officials and Cassidy's lawyer, Jessica Holt, along with the families of Cassidy's victims.
And Robert.
The execution was almost staged when a second rapist, an accomplice of Cassidy's, was captured earlier this week. Deputy Attorney General Zachary Wolf had this comment.
Today, California is a safer place in which to live.
Give me a minute with him. You okay?
I'm actually glad it's all over.
Hey, got something for you. State review upheld your ticket. You're good for another 5.
Really? Thinking about calling it quits.
I know it doesn't feel like it, but you won.
You're right. It doesn't feel like it.
You solved 2 rapes and a murder. And you put away the guy who did them.
Yeah, but...
You found the truth, man.
You know what? Sometimes the truth is a killer.